Hi, James. I have a friend who doesn't believe in technical analysis. He thinks the market only operates on sentiment and fundamentals. I've tried explaining that you need all three to get the best ROI. He then tells me to prove it by challenging me to a trading competition starting January 1st with a $10,000 account. The winner is determined by whoever has the bigger account balance at the end of the year. Can I play in that competition too? That'd be fun. My question is, which tools and strategies would you use to ensure victory? Well, this is such a great question, and I will take a second actually talking about a few other items before we get into the actual tools, because this is so important. And I wouldn't be standing here, I wouldn't be where I am if it was not for TA. Okay, TA has made me. Started with cover calls in the 90s. The way I made money in cover calls is purely on technical analysis. So the way I look at the world, I've shared this before, fundamental analysis is to decide what you should trade, and TA is decide when, i.e., when you exit, when you enter, when you hedge, when you take profit, when you layer in, when you layer out, etc. And I've spent the last 35 years thinking about TA, building TA models. I had to build very crude ones in the 90s, but now I have the money to afford a team to make the best models and the most unique models on the planet, which is gives me great pleasure because I use them myself. And I would be blind without them. But I do want to talk about some data first, just for your friend, okay? If they are trading without TA, they are not going to be very successful, okay? Yes, you might be able to pick the right stock, but your timing will be off, okay? Very important. And there was a survey of like 700 investing professionals. 87% of them use TA. And of those 87%, they outperform the others that don't. So without TA, traders lack things like timing tools, suboptimal performance, and there are tons of studies, like 50 studies out there that you can find. But the beauty of TA, it helps you identify all the key stuff you need to know. Support and resistance levels, when things are overbought, when things are oversold. It also encapsulates market psychology and market inefficiencies. For years, I traded options identifying market inefficiencies because the prices were off. And you think markets are always efficient? No, they're not. For example, I also like to play in the most hated assets. That's a classic example of market inefficiency. You know, people saying, oh, Tesla's a car company. They don't know what's going to hit them over the head. And that is also beautiful. And TA exploits these by signaling when sentiment shifts. And this allows traders to enter and exit positions strategically. Without TA, I'd be living on the street in a cardboard box, or I'd be a wage slave. And that's a simple fact of life. And I have to say that again, I'll repeat. FA, fundamental analysis, is to pick which are the best assets to be in. And TA is how you time, how you trade, how you position, how you build bags, etc. So much more there that we could talk about. So if I was you and you wanted to win this competition, if you want tips, you know what to do, you know what to follow. But I'd use IDSS for the 4 to 6 week swing trading on the 4-hour chart. Use all things, the optimized trend, the trend model. Make sure you turn on the back tests on the trend model, the confluence model, and the mean reversion. When you get all those 3 or 4 models all saying the same thing at the same time, you are golden, okay? You are going to win 95% of the time. That is the magic of this TA that we have built. And pair trading on steroids, if you want really to kick your friend's butt on the 5-minute for very volatile inverse correlated assets, I could go Sol 3x long versus 3x short. Angle Blackson, thank you for coming. So that's it. Anybody who says TA is BS, TA is astrology, yeah, there are probably some people out there who claim themselves as TA experts and they are astrologists. But if you're a professional trader, you know that 87% of all pros use TA. That's it.